Hari Om and Namaste. Welcome back to Standard 8, Chapter number 3, Effects of British Rule. Aim: to know how the East India Company became the most dominant power. To learn the effects of British rule. Introduction. In this chapter, we are going to study the effects of British rule over India. Establishment of East India Company. We have seen that due to geographical discoveries, the European powers reached the Indian coast. All the European, including Portuguese, Dutch, French and British, entered the race for capturing the Indian market. When the British came to India for trade purpose, the Portuguese had already settled here and they gave a bitter resistance. Later, friendly relations developed between them. But to establish the domination over India, the British had to face opposition from French, Dutch and local rulers. British and Marathas. Mumbai was the main center of British in Western India. They were trying to acquire the nearby territories, but the Marathas had strong hold over it. After the death of Peshwa Madhavrao, his uncle Raghunath Rao approached for help from the British due to his greed for Peshwaship. This led to the entrance of the British in Maratha politics. During 1774 to 1818, three wars were fought between the Marathas and the British. During the first war, the Marathas unitedly faced the British and hence proved superior. In 1782, with the Treaty of Salbai, the First Anglo-Maratha War came to an end. Subsidiary Alliance. In 1798, Lord Wellesley arrived in India as Governor General. His objective was to establish the British dominion all over India. For British dominion all over India, he signed subsidiary alliance with many Indian rulers. According to subsidiary alliance, the Indian rulers were assured of British military help. As per the subsidiary alliance, Indian rulers have to maintain British army in their court and have to pay cash or part of their territory to the company for its maintenance. The ruler would not have any alliance with any other power or declare war against any power without the intervention of the British. The ruler would accept a British resident in his state. Some Indian rulers accepted the system and lost their freedom. In 1802, Bajirao II signed the subsidiary alliance treaty with the British. This alliance is well known as the Treaty of Vasai. But this treaty was not acceptable to some Maratha Sardars. This led to the Second Anglo-Maratha War. After the victory of the British in Second Anglo-Maratha War, there was increased interference of British into the Maratha state. This became intolerable and Bajirao II waged a war against the British. Bajirao II was defeated in this battle and in 1818 he surrendered to the British. In the meantime, the capital of Mughals was under the control of Daulat Rao Shinde. By defeating the troop of Shinde, General Lake captured the Mughal emperor and gained victory over Hindustan. Chhatrapati Pratap Singh. Although the Peshwaship came to an end, Chhatrapati Pratap Singh of Satara was still ruling. Britishers signed a treaty with Chhatrapati Pratap Singh and appointed Grand Duff as an officer to assist him in the state affairs. But later, the Chhatrapati was dethroned and exiled to Kashi. He died there in 1847. Rango Bapuji Gupte, a loyal officer of the Chhatrapati, fought the legal battle and went up to England, but his efforts were unsuccessful. Later, Lord Dalhousie rejected the adoption policy and in 1848 annexed the state of Satara. Effects of British rule on India. Dual government. Robert Clive in 1765 introduced a dual government system in Bengal. The company undertook the work of revenue collection, whereas the Nawab of Bengal had to maintain law and order. This was known as dual government system. The ill effects of dual government system could be seen after certain time period. Money in the form of taxes went into the pockets of the company officers. The monopoly of trade in India was given to East India Company, and hence many trading companies in England envied them. The working system of the company in India received criticism in England, and British Parliament introduced some important laws to keep control over the company. Parliamentary laws. Lord Warren Hastings, according to the Regulating Act of 1773, the Bengal governor came to be known as the Governor General. According to this act, Lord Warren Hastings became the Governor General of India. He got the right to control the policies of Mumbai and Madras provinces. A committee of 4 members was set up to assist him. In 1784, Pitt's India Act was passed. The Act provided for the appointment of Permanent Board of Control for better regulation and management of affairs of the East India Company in India. In 1813, 1833 and 1853, new laws were passed by the Parliament to make certain changes in the working of the company. In this way, there evolved an indirect control of the British government on the administration of East India Company. With the emergence of British rule, a new administrative system got developed in India. Civil services, military, police force and judicial system became the main pillars of British administration in India. Civil services. To strengthen the British rule in India, there was a need of bureaucrats. Lord Cornwallis introduced bureaucracy. Civil services became an important part of British government. He restricted the private trade carried out by the company officers, and for this purpose he increased their salary. For the convenience of administration, he divided the British occupied territories into districts. The district collector was the chief of district administration. He was responsible for collection of revenue, giving justice, maintaining law and order. The officers were appointed through competitive examination known as Indian Civil Services. Recap. All the European, including Portuguese, Dutch, French and British, entered the race for capturing the Indian market. Mumbai was the main centre of British in Western India. After the death of Peshwa Madhav Rao, his uncle Raghunath Rao approached for help from the British due to his greed for Peshwaship. During 1774 to 1818, 3 wars were fought between the Marathas and the British. In 1798, Lord Wellesley arrived in India as Governor General. Lord Wellesley signed the subsidiary alliance with many Indian rulers. In 1802, Bajirao II signed the subsidiary alliance treaty with the British, which is well known as the Treaty of Vasai. Rango Bapuji Gupte, a loyal officer of the Chhatrapati, fought the legal battle and went up to England, but his efforts were unsuccessful. Robert Clive in 1765 introduced a dual government system in Bengal. The company undertook the work of revenue collection, whereas the Nawab of Bengal had to maintain law and order. This was known as dual government system. According to Regulating Act of 1773, the Bengal governor came to be known as the Governor General. Lord Warren Hastings became the first Governor General of India. Pitt's India Act provided for appointment of Permanent Board of Control for better regulation and management of affairs of the East India Company in India. Lord Cornwallis introduced bureaucracy. Thank you.